So, he's going to be able to work successfully with it. It's just orientation. Yeah, I mean, my brother had CPAP, and Stefan had CPAP. So yeah, I've had two students with CPAP machines. And a matter of fact, Steven, my last student, he's got to go get tested. He's got to go to Springfield and get tested for sleep apnea. He's got to go take a sleep test. But yeah, I mean, you can do it. You can do it. You only got to do 8 hours, right? You gotta wear it like, I think to stay in compliance, don't you have to wear it like 8 hours a day, like 4 or 5 days a week? Montana's got one. There you go. Kind of hair's kind of bugging me right there. I had my headset on, my sunglasses on, so the hair got a little. Y'all know how I'm about my hair. My hair's got to be right. My hair's got to be right. Hey, I got to show y'all this other one I had made, right? So I really wanted to have a little fun with these emotes. I didn't realize that spots opened as you grew in subscribers. So I like already paid for 10. But that's okay. So I already have 10 of them that were made. Look at this one. So that's a pretty good one. I had that one done. Okay, 4-hour compliance. Okay. I showed you all that one and that one. I also got this one. And then there's one more. And then I got this one. Oh yeah, you're welcome, Phil. That's what I do. I just share my experience here. I just share my experience. That's all I'm doing, guys. I'm not doing nothing more, nothing less. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not so good. Trust me. I walked 13,000 steps today. It was not a good day for me. It kind of sucked. But I had a student trifecta, so that turns it into a good day. No matter how I look at it. Right? Anytime I can get a student passed out, moved on, graduated basically, right? Because he basically graduated the PSD part of the test. Anytime I can get that to happen, that's a good thing. It makes me warm and fuzzy. Makes me warm and fuzzy inside. And it was a shitty day today. It was all gloomy and nasty. And yesterday I stood on the training pad and got soaking ass wet. You can probably hear it. I worked a lot today. My voice is going a little bit. This has been one of those times where I came to the terminal and I've literally not had a break. Like, I haven't even done my laundry yet. I have been going nonstop since I got here. And then in the evenings, I'd pop a little live or I do a little YouTube research or something, and then I'm out and I go right to sleep. Montana, I did not hear about it, but I heard the weather was pretty fucking crazy. That's for sure. I did hear the weather was pretty freaking nuts. And that kind of shocked me. We did hit 100 followers today here on Twitch. So thank you all for that. That's the first big milestone for me. So we're at 100 followers, 11 subscribers. Very nice. Very, very, very nice start over here. Very nice. We're going to keep growing. We're going to keep doing lives. We're going to keep raising hell. Keep doing it, keep doing it. Holy crap, 17 miles long on the ground. I may have to check that out. So, for those of you that tuned in last night at 8, and didn't find me, I want to apologize. I had fallen asleep, and I didn't wake up till after 10. And so I did get on last night for about an hour, but it was super, super late. Super, super late. So I'm sorry for that. As it sucks when that happens. Makes me sleepy. Makes for a long day. That's trucking. There you go. That's trucking. What's up, Shabam? Shabam. Shabam. Good evening, Denise. Good evening, good evening. Hey, hey. Look at that. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I do appreciate that, Hale. That's awesome. So here's the thing about floral loads. He's asking about floral loads. It says, I have a question. I watched a few other prime drivers videos and they mentioned about prime floral loads. I'm planning on going reefer, but I'm highly allergic to certain flowers. I mentioned this to my recruiter and she said it wouldn't be a problem. Are you interested in a product someone couldn't haul due to allergies? I am not aware of any other product people haven't been able to haul due to allergies, but we may. I'm sure we have some drivers allergic to peanuts, so they probably can't go pick up at the peanut factory in Georgia. But I will tell you, floral loads, flower loads, are all hand unload, and they will never force them on you. They will always ask you in advance, and they only go on teams. Oh, it's dense hydro. Yes, hydro. I'm just going to call you hydro, Backwoods. Backwoods is now hydro. Hydro Bud. Those days are over for you, man, if you're going to drive a truck. But okay, yeah, so we'll go with hydro. I turned last night, got tied up with one of your students or something. For you to get tied up with. No, I went to sleep, honestly. I went to bed. I had 2 students yesterday on the pad for like 4 hours, and it poured the whole freaking time we were out there. So all of us were wet. And one thing I make sure I do as a trainer is, I don't care what the weather is, I am outside of the truck on the backing pad, walking up and down and helping my students if they need it. There comes a point on the backing pad you have to let the student do the backing, right? So once I've showed the student everything I can, he doesn't benefit if I stand there every single time and tell him which way to turn the steering wheel. So although there are times on the backing pad where I step back and let my students just back on their own, I still don't go sit down or anything like that. I'm still right there where they can see me, where I can see them. I can see what's going on. And so I get pretty wore out after 4, 5, 6 hours walking back and forth up and down that pad all day. It gets a little tiring, especially when your feet are soaking wet. And that was the story yesterday. It was a big old shit show out there in the weather. And then this morning it looked like it was going to do it again, but it actually turned into a really beautiful day today. There was a lot of students on the pad, a lot of people working. It's good stuff. Yeah, with issues. No, man, allergies are allergies. They just have to know. They just have to know. But you are correct. We do have some foreign drivers who don't haul pork. That is correct. They don't want nothing to do with pork. And they just make sure they make a note of that, and that way they never end up in that situation. So don't, a lot of people have different things they can or cannot do, Yeah, so being in wet clothes all afternoon. Yeah, man. But it is what it is, so I did it. And, well, believe it or not, I had on my heavy winter coat because it was actually kind of cool out. It was probably like 58. And my heavy winter coat, like the one in the picture on my Instagram with Steven today, is it's got that rain repellent on it. So the rain just runs off of it. Sort of like Rain-X for a jacket. So the rain just runs right off of it. So I stayed fairly dry except my feet. Freaking, we had like the flooded pad and all the water was running down and I stepped in it like 10 times. And I even told Steven when they were switching drivers, because they were taking turns, I said, hey man, don't step in the damn puddle. What'd he do? Pow, right in the puddle, man. He's like, yeah, now my feet are soaking wet too. You can't teach them everything, right? There's a limit on what you can teach them. There's a limit on what you can teach them. Speaking of Stephen, there is a relation to Stephen. Hello, Miss Holly. I'm sure you were proud of Stephen today. He did very well. He did very well today. So he knocked it out of the park. As long as he didn't knock it out of the backing box, we're all right. So Steven drew full pre-trip today, all right? He had to do the entire freaking pre-trip. He missed 2 things. 2 on the entire pre-trip. He drew the entire pre-trip today. He missed a total of 2 items. He missed a shock absorber, and I think he's in here. He's just being quiet. But he could probably tell us the other item he missed because I don't remember. Oh, the clearance between the mud flap and the landing gear. That's all he missed on the whole truck, start to finish. Holly, I didn't have to do a lot. Steven was a good student. So students that come to Prime like Steven that I train are just dream students for me. I mean that. I'm not just saying that. When students show up prepared and they know their pre-trip and they're ready to learn like he was, and was eager to please, just, okay, what do I need to do? He always asked questions. Those are the type of students I love to have. Yeah, there he is. Steve-O! So Steven is a fresh, brand new Prime employee. He's got his purple badge, and he don't wear that damn vest no more. Unless his TNT trainer makes him. Which I hope not. That would be a sad day. So hopefully you get a TNT trainer fairly quickly. Actually, I came looking for you at terminal this afternoon, but you were already gone. I brought students back about 5:30 today, and I went looking for you, but I couldn't find you. You were out. He was like, I'm out, I'm tired, I'm going to bed. I'm going to tell you, 5 o'clock came freaking early. I think he was as tired as I was this morning. So it's kind of ridiculous right now here. It kind of sucks because... So I put Steven back at the Quality Inn for our time here in Pittston. Why? Because honestly, I keep students like all the time, and so those are the only days I ever get by myself. Right? So I put him back at the Quality Inn. Well, we had to be at the testing pad this morning at 6:30, and the shuttle from the Quality Inn doesn't run until 6:15. So I had to get up early. He had to get up early. I had to go pick him up and then come to the backing pad. And then he was the first test of the day, so which was at 7:30. So we hung out for an hour until he was ready, and then we did it. And I was a little nervous today. I was a little nervous for him. Hey, testing is nerve-wracking, right? Not just for the frickin' student. It's for me too. As a trainer, testing is can be nerve-wracking as hell. And it was a little bit this morning because you're sitting there and you're watching out the window, right? Your students over there testing, and you're not allowed to be over there by them. You have to be all the way over the other side over there. So we're over there, and I'm listening for whistles, right? Because I'm trying to count points. So I'm over here counting points as whistles are going off. And, old Steve-O got kind of close, but we're good. We're good. Can I redo the alley doc? Yeah, you want to come to the pad tomorrow? I'll let you do that. I'll let you redo the alley doc. You can come out and goof off on the alley doc. I don't care. Correct. The air brake part is the worst because there is no forgiveness. I will tell you this, now that Prime is doing in-house testing, There's a couple things that have gone down. Number one, you will no longer see testing footage from me. Okay? Prime has asked that no more testing footage be recorded and put on social media. They did it in a very nice way, and I'm going to follow that request. So there will be no more testing footage put on social media by me. But also,